Hi everyone, Renee here. Today we're making just a simple homemade quick goulash. Um, my mom made this for many, many years. She's gone now, but she always made this and my grandma made it. So it's been around quite some times. It's very simple, very quick, like I said, nice for a quick go-to. But tastes all hearty and warm and homemade, especially on a cold if you're in the cold weather on a cold winter night, or just to have something real filling and hearty. But all we have here is a couple cups of macaroni noodles, and we have 2 cans of diced tomato, just 2 small cans. I usually use a large, but I had 2 cans of diced tomatoes, so I'm using them. 1 large, usually I think they're 28 ounce, a large tomato sauce. And my go-to recipe that's in a lot of my videos, which is simply just, when you mix it together, is a tablespoon of onion powder, tablespoon of garlic powder, tablespoon of sea salt or regular salt, and teaspoon of pepper, teaspoon of rosemary. Very simple. Mix it all together, and I use it all the time. And I'm going to do a teaspoon of that in this recipe, and just a pinch of sugar, literally probably a 1/4 a teaspoon of sugar, just to cut the acid a little bit from the tomatoes. But like I said, very easy. So, and then I had some cooked hamburger already. I told you guys that I usually cook it fresh and freeze it to keep it handy. But I've got that in a pan ready with some onions already and some water boiling. And as you can see, here is my burger. So if you had some raw burger, it's just a pound of lean burger, whatever burger you guys like. And cook it up with some onions. You can add green pepper. You can add mushrooms. Anything goes. Anything goes. Whatever you like, you put in. I'm just kind of doing a simple one today. I've done various kinds, various ways. Mushrooms, like I said. Scallion onions, red pepper, green pepper. Sky's the limit. So this is all ready to have the sauce put in, and I've got my water boiling to make my 2 cups of macaroni noodles. We're just going to put them in there and start them. Always put a good teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of salt in your water. Salt your water so your noodles are seasoned. Okay, I've added the seasoning, the teaspoon of seasoning, the go-to seasoning I use. You can use anything you guys like. Garlic powder, onion powder, whatever you use. That's my go-to. What's in there. And also, it's optional. I do it once in a while, not all the time. A teaspoon or a 1/2 teaspoon of chicken stock, or you can use a bouillon cube, whatever. Gives it a lot of good flavor. And like I said, there's just a pinch of sugar in there, probably a 1/4 of a teaspoon of sugar to cut the acid of all the tomatoes we're going to put in here. So we're just adding all these cans of tomatoes. Usually, like I said, I use a large diced can, but I didn't have it. I had 2 small, so that's what we're using. And then our tomato sauce. And this is on a low simmer. You can turn on a medium-high. I'm going to turn on medium-high, get it nice and warm. My noodles are cooking. Like I said, they'll be about 10 minutes. You don't got to cook them all the way through, just till just about done, because we're going to put them in here and let them marry for about 10 minutes to 15 minutes. Not long at all, and you're going to have your fresh goulash. That simple. Okay, our noodles have cooked about 10 minutes. Not quite all the way, like I said. We're going to pour these in. And like I said, we're going to marry these together a good 10-15 minutes. That's why you don't got to cook your noodles all together. And we're going to, like I said, put the lid on this and let all this marry up together for about a good 10-15 minutes. And we're going to be ready to eat. And our tip for today is, if you have anything that's sealed that you open, whether it's yogurt or cottage cheese or sour cream, whatever you open up that has a nice sealed lid, after you open it, go ahead and tip it upside down in your refrigerator. And believe it or not, this has been around for quite a few decades. My great-grandma used to do this, but tip it upside down after you open it, put it in your refrigerator, and it will last longer. It creates, when it goes down the sides, a natural seal when it goes down the sides, and keeps the bacteria and air out of it longer and keeps it fresher longer for you. And keep them like that in your refrigerator. I usually never have a problem with leaking or anything like that. But like I said, it's been around quite a long time, believe it or not. And anything that you can keep fresher is good for us. But it goes down to the top of the lid and creates a natural vacuum and seal to keep the air out and the bacteria from growing. So do it whenever you can think about it. It actually works. And our goulash is done. We're just going to bowl it up and get it ready. And here we have it. I just put it in a bowl, put a little bit of Colby Jack cheese on it, one of my favorites. And I only let it marry together about 10 minutes. I'm hungry, can you tell? We just want it to marry together with all those delicious flavors. You can put a little bit of seasoning on top if you want, and Parmesan cheese, anything you like. I like Colby Jack, so it is ready to go and eat. And like I said, it's so quick. Just like I said, very quick and easy. But okay, this is Renee. Happy cooking and baking.